Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site as an archive post thing, and everything also is done on Patreon for extra support and updates and the such. I'll go about on Twitter X. Just a quick note, yesterday I did manage to launch the Dead Space remake episode, and yesterday out of the blue, kind of out of the blue with 3 hours of warning, From Software released the story trailer for the Shadow of the Erdtree. It was a CGI trailer, and that trailer gave me a spark of an idea, which is basically, at least I think it's not breaking any kind of timelines, and the lore kind of established, let's say, that Marika and Glowmind Queen are sisters, and the betrayal that is spoken on the trailer there is mainly Marika betrayed her sister, Glowmind Queen. Again, I will leave the link on the video itself, or on the trailer reaction that I did, and kind of my thoughts overall on the trailer, and my thing on the America and Glowmind Queen, and the like the broad consequences. And that I don't go very in deep in lore because I usually I can my head cannot contain that much information. But yeah, from what I've been playing, from the lore videos that I've been listening and watching, it seems feasible and plausible that they were sisters, and the betrayal from Marika that is spoken on the beginning of the trailer. I think it's because of that it's a huge betrayal, betraying her sister, because both of them are Empyreans, and the backstory there, the Shadowlands, all that jazz. I explained there kind of my broad ideas regarding that theory. But I will leave a link of that video if you want to have a check there. But yeah, today I will try to do a little bit live streaming. Yesterday I managed by the end of the day do a little bit live stream, just like an hour and a half. Again, the trailer came out and I didn't manage to start the stream earlier because I did the video there. But yeah, I'll try to do a little bit more streaming today, later at my night time. See if we can advance throughout the consecrated snowfields, and see if I can get the character at least ready to activate the Shadow of the Tree. So I have to defeat Moog. But yeah, still got some places to go until I almost finish the game. I don't want to finish properly the game, like doing the Elden Beast and the such. I just want to be close enough that I can, afterwards, doing the DLC, I can wrap up the game there. But yeah, regarding news, similarly, IGN Entertainment acquired Gamer Network Limited, which it's like a group that they include supposedly multiple IGN competitors, which includes Games Industry Biz, Eurogamer, Rock Paper Shotgun, Video Games 24/7, and Dicebreaker. Again, now we kind of know, for sure we will start to see some layoffs, because this is basically an acquisition. I will assume the ones from this one, I don't know, Eurogamer, I don't know how they are in terms of business-wise, but because they were competitors to a certain degree, because they'll compete between each other supposedly. It's going to be interesting to see the change in how they work. Hopefully there will be not a lot of layoffs, but yeah, the industry, the supposed industry of gaming journalism, so-called gaming journalism, is taking a huge dive in terms of how it is perceived by consumers, in this case gamers. Yeah, they're taking I don't know if it is because of, for them to keep themselves afloat, they need to borrow a lot of money, and that money, I don't know if it is anything regarding ESG kind of stuff there, to lower interest rates on the background, and then they are mandated to take like different kind of narrative and perspective on things. instead of doing what they were always known, which is cover the gaming news with without much opinion. Even though I understand each site having their own twist on things and having their own opinions, but when you start following through, I don't know, also is because of trying to get some access kind of a thing there on the developers and on the publishers there. They just go through the narrative and do some cover-ups on the bullshit that these companies try to gaslight us with. The last case being Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's the one that it's bringing down to a certain degree IGN, because again, IGN was one of those that seemed to be steering on a more neutral side without taking like huge stance and dying on a hill of ideology thing there. But yeah, I think they're going a little bit in that path, but it's not going to go well because people are fed up with this kind of the message thing here, trying to gaslight people, lying regarding certain kinds of informations. It's like every company, if you tell your customers that they are ists and phobes, all sorts, if you don't go again with a product, yeah, you lose the clientele. It's already been proven in certain aspects there, in other markets, but yeah, it is not going to go well because people they don't seem to understand that people want to play games because they want to have escape from the daily days and the daily lives that they have, and have like a few hours here and there to as an escape thing, and to imagine other worlds where they don't have the same basically the same issues that they have on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, and all the politics, again, all games have some certain kind of politics, but yeah, you can explore certain ideas and broad like things like, for example, bioshock was a good one. It's a very political game, but the ideas they try to explore there, it's like an overarching thing there. It's not something on the day kind of a thing on the times of the politic times there. But yeah, we will start to see some layoffs here for sure. I'm not sure if regarding consolidation, some IGN people will go to try to acquire some personnel from here. But yeah, for sure we will see some changing. If these sites will maintain themselves, we will see some changing on the narratives, or I assume, and also on the coverage. Because for them to be acquired is because they needed to be acquired, because things are not good there. Just a quick note, IGN exists under the entertainment division of Ziff Davis. Again, I don't know who is this. I assume this is a person, not a company, but again, must be a guy with a lot of money who already owns IGN. How long to beat, which I think it is a good site. Lifehacker, Mashable, and even digital storefront Humble Bumble. Again, these kind of organizations, they are an amalgamation of a lot of stuff there. Again, it's smart people. They diversify their portfolio. They don't just put every egg in the same basket. But yeah, I will see the coverage of gaming. We will start to see a little bit change here regarding these new sites. It will take a few months, but we're going to see some layoffs. But yeah, it is what it is. When you don't entertain people and do your proper job, or your supposed job, which is supposedly gaming journalism, yeah, you will start to get these kind of things more often. And it's going to be, if this continues, they're going to start to see a little bit more acquisitions here and there in certain news sites, some layoffs, because yeah, even with the clickbait stuff, it reaches to a point people just don't care. And of course there is ad blockers of any kind, and all sorts of this kind of software that avoids them to get the clicks that they need to get the money from the publicity there. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, you put yourself in that position, you get the results. You how do you say it? Um, you you sow what you planted, something like that. In English, there is a saying like that. Um, then we got the Elden Ring Shadow of the Tree, the brand new trailer. Again, I'm not going to go too much about it. Already told you my opinion in a general sense, and I will leave the link in that theory of mine. But yeah, at least here you got the Bandai Namco trailer here. It's about for 3 minutes. Doesn't seems a little bit shorter, but yeah, it's an excellent trailer. You got a little bit of kind of the tease what might happen before the I think the imposing of the Golden Order, so the ascendance of Marika to godhood, and then we got the second part of the trailer is more focused a little bit on Mikela and what is trying to achieve, or the mystery involved on the things that Mikela is trying to do there on the Shadowlands. But yeah, it's CGI, so we don't have any kind of gameplay there. But it's a oh my god, if they can make like a series or even a movie with this kind of tone and this kind of quality here, it will be awesome. It's one of those that it pulls and brings the imagination on the front side when you see these kind of trailers. We've got this mystery and the story, how it's told, and the words that it's used always have a meaning. But yeah, I will leave it here. And again, I do recommend the check out my video on that theory there. I think it's a good theory. And then we got also just a quick note again that the Witcher 3 REDkit is out. Again, this basically it was created with the help of Yixoft, and good enough, it was tested over 100,000 users before the public release, so it's kind of did its Q&A thing. But again, it will get improvements. They will say they will keep up the work here and follow up with more updates and such, so they can improve the experience for people that want to use this kit here. And basically the goal is to unleash the creativity of modders with a much more robust modding tool that was previously available for the game. Again, this basically opens the floodgates for the mod community. It's going to be easier, for example, to create new characters, new side quests, changing stuff on the environment, and I will assume we will by the end of the year we will have excellent mods to be implemented on the game, with kind of the new quest side stuff there that they might happen, very lore accurate there. Some tweaks here and there, probably for example the mods, for example, to make it look more like the Geralt, similar to I don't know, Henry Cavill, something like that, will for sure be more faithful and easier to implement. I will assume it also will be easier on the hardware, because it's not something that needs to be running extra, so it's something that is implemented on the game itself. So I think it's going to be good. And you got the Q&A regarding that. They did a Q&A here with the CD Projekt Red Gold community director and Yixoft lead Benz Ambalco to discuss the features there. Again, it's a little bit longer, but yeah, for sure they will go on the more technical side of things. But yeah, this is excellent news. And even Grumps said that if you're thinking about entering in a like making games and such, I think this is a good place to start, because it is already you have already like a canvas to start working on. With this kind of tools, you just need to add and experiment. I think you, at least he said that it's a good opening for you to start if you want to go and be a game developer, to start with this kind of tools that they have that they launch here. yeah, instead of just jumping in and trying to get around and get the Unreal Engine developer toolkit and start from scratch, at least you got already a canvas with some paintings. It's just more about the start coloring and all that jazz, at least in terms of how, in terms of things will work on the game developer side. I think it's a good waypoint of if you're thinking in doing something like that. I think it seems like a good starting point here. And lastly, we got here, I covered this game, Still Wakes the Deep. Again, Unreal Engine 5 horror game. They got some specs here. They already launched a teaser trailer. Again, the recommended specs here seems pretty low enough. Like mainline kind of a thing here. 11th core from Intel, or even a 5600X from AMD in terms of CPU, and then in terms of GPUs like an RTX 2070 or a 6700 XT from AMD, or even a A7050 from AMD seems to be the recommended specs here. Again, I will assume this will be around the 1080p, probably 60 frames. The roundabouts here for this game. Again, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and again, this game seems to be a little bit on the shorter side. 9 gigabytes of available space here, but again, this is a very enclosed space. It's like on an oil rig. It happens all in that very tight location there, but I think it seems pretty good. The trailer itself did entice me a little bit to keep my eyes on this game here. But yeah, the latest video that they launched is like the voice cast reveal and kind of a little bit of more story tease, and kind of background on certain like the main player and everything, the character that you play as. But yeah, seems pretty interesting. It's one of those that I will keep my eyes on for sure. I always like a good horror game, and the fact that it has Unreal Engine 5, let's see how it goes. If it takes advantages of the technology here, especially on the illumination, it's very crucial for horror ambience there. But yeah, this is what I got in terms of news. Again, the same freaking drama with AC shadows and all that jazz. Didn't change that much. The fight continues. A lot of it I do it on the Twitter side, but yeah, I need to do like a roundup video with especially on AC shadows, because some the tidbits here and there have come out and I think I didn't cover them. But yeah, I need to get some time just to do a video dedicated to that, so I don't bloat the gaming news program. But yeah, in terms of games, we have still Game of the Year edition for Dragon Age Inquisition free for on the Epic Game Store. Again, around a day or so until it wraps up. Yeah, around 1 day and 4 hours at the time of the recording of this video. I still cannot claim this one. Again, I don't know what kind of region, kind of stuff happened there, but I cannot claim this one, so it is what it is. On Steam, we still have Batman Arkham Collection. Again, I think this is an excellent trilogy. Arkham Knight now, it's a very well playable game here. It got these issues on PC launch, but yeah, I think it's basically patched up and it's very positive reviews all over the place now. We got also Baldur's Gate 3. Again, I don't know what to tell you. This is a must. If you like CRPGs, I think it's one of those that you need to play. Yeah, 50% off, still around 1 day at the time of publishing this video. We got also Liza P, depending on how you pronounce it, 30% off, or in the Deluxe edition, 26% off. We got also Bleak Sword DX. This is kind of very interesting game here. It's from Devolver Digital. Usually they publish interesting games, like different ways of going about, and it seems kind of interesting. It's kind of a roguelike with hack and slash, and it's like this diorama kind of a thing here, the stages. So yeah, it seems interesting, and it's a cheap one, 40% off. Again, 1 day until you can get this deal here. We got also, again, Cyberpunk. again, the edition is the Ultimate Edition to go for, and it's 43% off. This has the Phantom Liberty DLC. We got Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Again, the way to go is Complete Edition also. And I always advise people to play this vanilla experience or with some visual mods, some tweaks here and there. But yeah, the vanilla experience is pretty excellent, and then the next playthroughs can be, you can start mixing around with some gameplay mods. I think it's the best way to go about it, because the vanilla experience is very good. And then you got also the Callisto Protocol. Again, this always has some kind of mixed things here. I think a lot of people thought that they were getting like a remix of Dead Space gameplay here, but it's not that much. I think this one is more focused a little bit more on the melee side of things, more close quarters combat here. And I think the story hands a little bit on the cliffhanger, so it's not something that it's don't have like a complete story arc. At least that's what it seems to me. But it's one of those that I would like to try out independently of that. But yeah, 70% off. It's approaches in a good state there. I think in the future, throughout this year, we'll get a little bit. When it gets around $15, I think it's the sweet spot for this experience. And you got also the digital deluxe edition. There's more bundle stuff, season pass stuff, which they launch. I think they launch more modes and the stuff there. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. I just hope they manage, Craftcom can manage to, or the company that will keep the IP to manage to continue the story, because it seems a little bit intriguing what they try to do here. On GOG front, we still have Alien Isolation, the collection, still around 2 days to get this deal. Again, this is a recommended game for me. I did a gameplay series on this one a long time ago, basically when it came out. And I will be replaying this sometime in the future. But yeah, this is a recommended one. We got bioshock trilogy, so these are the remastered versions, so enhanced graphics and all that stuff. 75% off on the first one, 85% on the second one. I think this also has the it's included the DLC from the second one in this version. And then you got bioshock Infinite Complete Edition. This also has the DLC here. Again, pretty interesting, not at the same quality of the first one, but yeah, you got some twists there in terms of the story, and I did manage to get around and do a gameplay series on this one. So it's a recommend. At this price point, I do recommend the game. We got also the Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, 85% off, and finally Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is the digital deluxe edition, as all the DLC associated with it, for 85% off. And yeah, basically this is it, what I got for you today. Again, I will try to do some live streaming later in my daytime, but yeah, see if we can get at least, it will be good if I can get where I want to, and then maybe we will start farming some runes and some materials here and there, so I can have all the materials prepared for the weapons on the DLC that I want to try out, and the armor also. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, I will wrap up with a plug on my Patreon as usual for extra support. The extra support this moment in time is for me to focus on getting like a storage solution to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and also some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a full day. Now I'll see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.